instinct all the time, gentlemen. Got to use it all the time. You can't use it sometimes. You can't be relying on your boy or, some kind of acquaintance or possible business partner to give you good advice. You have to rely on that instinct, that God-given instinct, that voice that tells you something's fishy. This person's moving funny. I don't like the way they're looking at me. And that look thing goes far because some people think that they're so clever that they're bold. Their ego gets in the way, and sometimes they'll look at you as if, yeah, you big dummy, right? They think that they pull the wool over your eyes, trying to be a wolf in sheep's clothing, not recognizing a lone wolf, a Sigma wolf that's standing right in front of them. You guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. It's important now more than ever with YouTube tripping. Even though they're not tripping really anymore because I'm not showing up, I still want you guys to hit the like button. You guys got me out the nappy dugout. So let's keep it trucking. Shout out to our new subscribers, old school subscribers, and my TikTok family. It wasn't for you guys, none of this would be possible. You have to use that instinct because so many women, because women take everything that's said that could be criticism, they take it personal, like an assault against their character, right? So, you know what I'm saying? You have to have your instinct about you to make sure you're not pandering or you give in to that, because your instinct's going to tell you, well, I wasn't talking to that woman directly, so she got some work to do. This ain't my problem. And you keep it trucking. You know what I'm saying? The same goes for weaker men. You'll have a lot of weaker men that want to challenge your ideology, and you don't know the reason for it. And you don't need to. Again, the lion doesn't eat grass. He'd rather starve to death. These men or males, you know what I'm saying, are beneath you. And you know that any man that's sitting around critiquing another man and the way that man's living his life, if he's not causing any harm to anyone else, well, that's a male that has an obsession with either that man or that kind of archetype, which ain't gonna roll over very well for me. I don't need to have men or males around me that study other men and complain about ideologies that they don't believe in. That's what women do. And we debate with women online, but we don't debate with males with a woman's mindset. See, you get dismissed. There's no time for you. Why am I going to argue with a male that's trying to have a debate with me when we're two grown-ass men? We're allowed to have two different ways of looking at things. And for you to take time out of your day to study me like a book and try to come up with counter arguments is very strange to me. I pay attention to that because it's like, well, what else is this person studying? What else is this male studying? Because I also drop content on TikTok where I work out shirtless for women. Are you studying me over there as well? Are you looking at my composition? You know what I mean? You gotta be. I don't care for these kind of males. I don't need it. Some of these dudes do stuff like this because they want to have conversation and they want to be a contrarian. Again, I don't need these kind of males around me. That's going to be a thorn to you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a Judas. That's going to be somebody that's just in your corner if you decide to be friends with them, consistently overthinking what you have going on that has nothing to do with them, trying to come up with counter arguments so they can constantly cause you doubt. What do you need that for? No reason. And that's what your instinct's going to tell you. You have no business. You should be around, if you're going to even be around any males or working with anybody, networking with them, you should be around, you know what I'm saying, dudes that are doing something in their life, trying to create something, and don't have time to be trying to figure you out and come up with different ways to gaslight you through what you believe in. Man, listen, man, that's a whole weirdo. That's a whole weirdo. So you trigger these kind of people. Your energy. See, the reason why people are always trying to poke holes in what you do is because you move without any sense or any care in the world. You move like, man, I'm not worried about you or what other people think or what societal pressures you try to put on me through societal forced norms. I could give a shit less. We don't really care about that kind of stuff, man. And I stay grounded with this instinct. So no matter what kind of, I'm not going to put any, you know what I'm saying, archetype on them, but you know these kind of dudes, man. You know, some guys will do certain things to pander to women, so they'll try to like straddle the fence and put out some decent information or talk some good talking points, and then turn around and try to juxtapose that and start speaking like, okay, well, devil's advocate, you know, and there's no need to have any males around you speaking on the behalf of women, and any males around you that align themselves with the modern woman and the way the modern woman thinks. You don't need to have that around you. What you need to do is just solo bolo. And again, this is the reason why the lone wolf gets so much criticism, because what a lot of people love to do is build up their following, you know, through being a content creator, a celebrity, some type of influencer, and then use that influence, or go to school and get a bunch of, you know, worthless degrees, and use those degrees or use their credentials as far as what clout they build online to, you know what I'm saying, force on you their opinions and ideologies, and you know what I'm saying. And guys like me, we really don't go along with the flow. You know what I mean? These kind of people that try to use what they believe to be credentials, those are your credentials for life, but those credentials means absolutely nothing to me, but just a waste of paper in my reality. You don't get to dictate how I move in my reality based off of whatever they taught you in some university that you collected debt with. That's not going to work out for me. Also, that being said, you don't get to tell me how I should move based off the fact that you were able to gain a huge following, God knows how. You know, you could have done it the right way or the wrong way, but being able to manipulate people doesn't mean that you're somebody credible to me. So these kind of things mean shit to me in my world. And I just watch people that have these kind of things, you know, try to push their influence. And what keeps me grounded and not even, you know what I'm saying, worried about what they're doing or what they say is, you know, my primal instinct that God gave me. Like, oh, who cares what they think? Most of these people are lost and looking for content. Most of these people are lost at your jobs or whatever, looking for a come up. Some of these people in your family, and they're lost and they feel like their life is just drastically playing out before their eyes, and they don't have no kind of highlight reel. So they're trying to take whatever they can from you, or try to gaslight you to make you feel like you're not as great as you are through any means that they can. I mean, I see all kind of different things pop up in my feed, but again, and I have different people hitting me up on different platforms saying weird things. But again, recently it's been some guys. Hang on, yo. Shoelace came loose. It's been some guys, and I want you guys to understand, no one cares what you think. I go back and forth with women because, you know, I'm looking for a woman to marry and I like to build archetypes. But as far as guys go, I could care less what you think, man. If you think you're going to get me to argue with you, you're insane. The most I might do is give you some harsh words, and that's it. I don't put any more energy into it. I think it's very strange. I think it's a way to force, you know what I'm saying, yourself onto somebody through having an opinion that no one asked for. So I'm not gonna let you force yourself on me with anything. I don't care what any other male thinks. I don't care. I don't care how many, you know, content creators, family members, ex-friends, whatever pop up, and it seems like they just have something to say. Makes me know, never mind. Again, like I said, I don't listen to dudes. I listen to dudes. You know, I told you I listen to married women. You know, I listen to people that I think they're enlightened. But a dude, a rant, nah, man, y'all are doing whatever's popular. A lot of these guys out here are moving with the wind. The wind blows left, you know what I'm saying? They go left. The wind blows right. They go right, man. They're not based in anything. It's like, man, listen. So, you know, you just sway with the argument depending on, you know what I mean, what's going on or what's in and what's not. No, we stay based. It's starting to rain a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? We stay based. We make the moves that we need to make. Anybody that gets triggered by us, we know that it's something that they need to heal from, because my main thing about it is I criticize myself more than I would ever criticize anybody else. The way I critique myself and put myself through the ringer, no one else would be able to do that. No one else would be able to do that. A lot of people can't do that. I look at, different perspectives about the different things that I go through. I look at it from different perspectives. I look at it from, the other person, the person that did it to me, mine, an observer's perspective, a neutral person, somebody that would be more in favor. I look at it from so many different angles. When someone comes towards me with criticism, I've already critiqued myself so much. It's like, how dare you think that you would have something to bring to the table about what I need to improve on with all the critiquing that I do to myself every single day. I mean, I'm getting up at 3:30. I'm fasting, all the way into, man, I am meditating. I'm trying to become a better version of myself. I look over my videos. I try to improve my speech. I'm always trying to improve my talking points, trying to speak a little bit more clearly. Certain videos I'll be telling stories, and certain videos I'll just be putting out the information, but I'm always self-improving, and it's hard, especially during the winter. It's so easy to put on weight, but the way that I keep myself accountable is I make sure I work out on TikTok, and best believe those women let me know if I'm putting on weight, man. And again, so with the way that I make sure that I'm always, iron sharpening iron, doing what I gotta do. I can't have somebody tell me, oh, well, you need to work. No. You're an ignorant person from the outside looking in who has some type of issue with me based off of what I say. It's triggering some demons in you that you need to work on, and you're trying to project that shit on me. And I never asked you for your opinion. I don't know who you are. I don't know who sent you. I don't know what's in your mind to make you feel like you need to critique me. I don't know what agenda you're trying to get across. I don't know any of that stuff. So when people be like, why don't you take criticism? I told you I do. I criticize myself. I have a small council that I use of family members and friends, that I'll allow to, say a few things to me, which most of them have too much to say because, I'm in alignment, my delivery somewhat sometimes, but not too much. And these people are not yes men. I make sure I vet them properly. But as far as having, you guys never let some stranger make you feel some type of way. If you're watching somebody and what they're saying to you triggers you, then it's something that you need to work on. You know what I'm saying? I've had this happen to myself multiple times. And I know in the moment, it's something I need to work on. Now, sometimes I'll allow, the lower self to get the better of me and still say something in a comment. Yeah, sometimes I do. I'm not perfect. But I'm always working on myself and striving to be better. And I know that when people say certain things, even if they watch my content and they're trying to make counter content, that's still just some piece of trash that don't know me from a hole in the wall, that has a problem with me. God knows what it is, and they're just trying to get their problem with me across without coming off like a hater. So they got to make it and orchestrate it and word it a certain kind of way to make it seem like criticism. Hence the reason why I don't listen to no criticism. A lot of so-called constructive criticism is really masked hate. That's what I feel like. It's really just masked hate. And then they'll have all these different articulated ways to make it seem like you're wrong and gaslight you because you don't want to listen to them. Well, everybody got to take criticism, and I'm qualified through this certification, and it means nothing to me, and everybody got to take criticism, maybe whatever. But that don't mean that you have to take criticism from what the outside or what people in the world deems as someone that's qualified to criticize you. I don't care who some other people qualify to criticize other people. That ain't got nothing to do with me. In my reality, I will dictate who qualifies to criticize me. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear these kind of things, and I hear people online trying to make it seem like they're God, or they've some kind of way achieved some level to be able to criticize other men or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at these like young boys, or, you know what I'm saying, some fatherless single mother out here who's lost, and it don't really bother me to the extent. Now, I make sure I make content off of it because I have to push out a lot of content. I got 4 YouTube channels, a TikTok, 2 TikToks, a Facebook, and an Instagram. So I'm gonna get on here and say whatever, but it really means nothing to me in my reality. And the way that you can always define this or see for yourself is I'm always pushing forward, always making content. So whatever people think that they're getting to me or whatever, I'm just making content in the moment, expressing myself, the means I feel like, without holding myself back from feeling I'm gonna get judged from a bunch of random strangers. I could care less. I could care less. We're running up at, we got going on 15 minutes. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I'm not gonna hold you guys too long, making a shorter series for today. But you know, look, operate out of your instinct. Your instinct's always gonna be that voice in your head that's telling you, oh, this fool's trying to play me. Oh, this fool over here is trying to talk junk. He's trying to be subliminal and, you know, witty and, you know what I mean? Any dude that has a problem with whatever you have going on, if you are not causing harm to anyone, including yourself, and I mean physical harm or putting yourself in a place where you can't pay your bills, not stuff that they can make up in their head. Well, I think inside of your head that you think and you feel don't make it a fact, okay? So you can't come over here to me with I think and I feel based off of what you dealt with other people, but based off of the information I'm giving you, you sound like a fool. So this is the kind of stuff that I pay attention to, the kind of stuff that you should pay attention to. And your inner voice is telling you this kind of stuff. You feel it all the time. And you hear these dudes, they be talking like they can speak on the behalf of all men. And you're like, fool, who are you? Like, who are you? You don't speak for me? Nah, I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? And stand on that. Don't let the pressures of society, oh, he does this amount of following. Oh, he claims you know, make this amount of money a year. Or, oh, she claims that she has this many. Who cares? And the sky is blue and the grass is green. It doesn't matter. In your reality, their money and their clout means absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole problem. That's the whole reason why they do the things that they do, to make you feel like this false reality is the real reality. As long as you're based and grounded and you know in your world, in the real reality, all the cyberspace or whatever is not real. So whatever they've built up on there in your reality, looking around yourself, you don't see no celebrities, you don't see no content creators, you don't see any hating dudes, any hating chicks. You just see nature, you see homes, you see regular people. It doesn't affect your real reality whatsoever. And you get caught up and you start watching too much of this crap, and that's how you get pulled in. People don't know that. When you start, they make short content so your mind can't hold, you know what I'm saying, a train of thought long enough to really think about what you're doing. So you're watching short form content, which drags you into watching content, period. And then all day long you're watching content, therefore making what you're consuming your reality. And then you start thinking like what you're watching is the real world, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't affect you at all. So I'm based in mind. I can get online and say all kind of stuff. Get right off of here, go inside, hang out with my son. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't raining, play some soccer or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Watch some YouTube, laugh my ass off, work out, get on TikTok, flirt with some women. And it's nothing to me. It's nothing. You people try to make this stuff a reality. You people try to dissect the things I'm saying and how I'm moving and try to figure out the kind of person I am. I done told you, I am feeding you what I want you to see. I know it's not a reality. So if it's a false reality, I can shape it myself. I don't have to let the false reality of the Matrix dictate how I should move or see it. No, I'm going to dictate how you guys see me in your little fake ass Matrix reality. And you can take the little breadcrumbs I give you and try to piece it together and try to make an archetype. But once you do that, you made yourself into a fool. And I'm living rent free in your head. Congratulations. You played yourself. Okay? And you'll be waiting for the next episode to try to piece together something else, to try to figure out what you think you know. I have a lot of content creators that really think they can figure someone out, or think they're doing me a favor, you know what I'm saying, by responding to messages, or think that they're leading and guiding me and helping me when you're not doing nothing but falling into my mental trap. I told you, I study dark triad, doggone psychology for fun. And when I see idiots that want to put themselves on a pedestal in my life and then try to use their clout and use triangulation to try to make me feel like I'm what they're trying to tell me that I am. No. I'm going to turn it around on y'all, and I'm going to be all up in your head. All up in your head while you think you're winning. While I'm dropping certain comments and saying certain things to make you feel like you're winning. While I'm studying all of your responses. You know what I'm saying? And making archetypes. You're not, listen, man, I'm not the one to be played with. I work for the White House, man. I am the, you know what I'm saying, top 1%. The only problem I had was I was a little bit lost and fell off. But the way that I'm going to make my comeback, you're going to know. Yep, he's definitely a top 1%er. And you think that you can mentally mess with somebody that's a top 1%er. You low IQ fools. Man, listen, I'm going to let you do what you do. And I'm going to keep studying y'all. And I'm going to keep figuring out the people that are circling around me. And if you watch what I do, right? Y'all keep being like, how does he figure this out? How does he know? I told you I'm tapped in. I told you I'm studying y'all. I told y'all are representations of demographics of people, and I'm using you. It's my world, baby. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing what you're doing. Just make sure you stay tuned. Your boy ain't going nowhere. Peace, love, and light. Remember,